We've been pumped about this for a while. Please welcome to the Much environment, Natalie Merchant.
Doctors have come from distant cities just to see me. Stand over my bed, disbelieving what they see. They say I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation. And as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. Newspapers ask intimate questions, want confessions. Reach into my head to steal the glory of my story. They say I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation. And as far as they see, they can offer no explanation. Smiled and destiny laughed as she came to my grave. No, this child will be able. Laughed as she came to my mother. No, this child will not suffer. With love, with patience, and with faith, she'll make her way. She'll make her way. People see me, I'm a challenge to your balance. I'm over your heads, how I confound you and astound you to know that I must be one of the wonders of God's own creation. And as far as you see, you can offer no explanation. Fate smiled and destiny laughed as she came to my grave. No, this child will be laughed as she came to my mother. No, this child will not suffer. Laughed as my body she lifted. No, this child will be gifted with love, with patience, and with faith. She'll make her way. She'll make her way.
Thank you. You have to understand, most people around here that work in the environment get real jaded when it comes to live music. They've seen everything and heard everything. We are impressed.
I've never heard feedback like that before. Live.
This was beautiful. This was
Perfect.
amazing. That was
Really
Wonder?
nice piano.
Wonder, the second cut off of Tiger Lily. Who's the character in that song singing it?
I wrote the song about a woman with a severe handicap. I saw a documentary about her and I was just amazed. She seemed so powerful. In spite of her disability, she seemed so strong. There were things that she had done that I think I couldn't do.
Good for you. There's a lot of the songs on the album, well, they've touched me, and I know with your style of songwriting, they touch a lot of people, touch your emotions. Just curious if it touches you the same way when you're maybe writing the words or when you're performing them. Does it touch you the same way that it would touch other people?
I'm sure it touches me even deeper.
Yeah.
Because a song like, there's 3 songs on the record that I still, to this day, after a year of performing them live, I have to be careful not to cry when I perform them. The Beloved Wife, Wonder, and the song River.
That was about your grandfather.
Beloved Wife, definitely. Yeah. It's difficult. And the song River is really hard to do, too.
Do you mind if we talk a little bit about the past? Just because I know you're extremely proud of the work you did with the 10,000 Maniacs, but it is in the past. This is a brand new chapter in your life. Just a little bit curious, though, if you ever get bothered by the fact that people will, probably for the next little while, refer to you as an ex-maniac?
Well, I did. I was the front person of 10,000 Maniacs for 12 years, so it's really hard to avoid the reference. And I look at this as my first record, and a lot of this is about establishing, a lot of making this record and touring and doing interviews and all this to establish myself as a songwriter and a performer in my own right. So I've been doing this for 2.5 years, so it feels comfortable and natural to me, and it seems a little redundant to answer the question of how does it feel to be a solo artist, because I've been doing it for quite a while now, but I expect it'll go on for the next record, maybe even the next record, but I think this is pretty well established me, at least in the States.
You don't want this album to be looked at as your defining album, though, at this point.
I don't want that photograph to be the defining photograph of my life, that's for sure.
It's very limitless, though.
I like the fact that it's timeless.
Yeah.
I wanted the portrait. The Maniacs really, I did most of the design, all the design for the Maniacs packages, and we really avoided putting ourselves on the covers. And so I made that concession. I thought this would be a good way to introduce myself, and I like the fact that it's just a very plain black and white portrait, no makeup, no styling, nothing like that.
Very ageless, you're right. Do you still keep in touch with the guys from the
Not
band?
much,
No? Okay. I'm not going to ask any more questions about 10,000 Maniacs. I promise.
I spent 12 years in a bus with them, and we had a lot to say to each other, but I just feel like we're giving it a rest. I know that they just got signed to Geffen, and they have a new singer, Mary Ramsey, who played viola with the band on the Unplugged record. And she did play on one track on Our Time in Eden, and I've known her for a long time. She's got a really sweet voice.
We have to try and sell some Natalie Merchant records, though, so we'll talk about the
Okay.
Natalie Merchant record. Okay. What does the title imply? Because there isn't a song on here called Tiger Lily.
No,
And I'm just wondering, the lily is a flower of death, or isn't
no,
that?
I think you're reading a bit too much into it.
Okay. Bypass that one.
No, it's the title has pretty innocent origins. I bought a house in the country in New York, and the band, I started assembling the band to work on this record in the springtime. In the time in which we were doing a lot of rehearsal for the record, I was discovering all the plants that were growing, and the people who had lived there before me planted just hundreds of perennials, and tiger lilies were coming up everywhere, and they were always on the table at breakfast. I would always cut them in the morning in the summertime.
Nothing to do with...
Nothing too heavy.
with anything, really?
Well, tiger and lily, I mean, it seems obvious, the fierce element and the gentle element combined, but I don't like to, that sounds like junior high school poetry class, you know.
Once again, it is amazing songwriting on here. Now, does this album feel like you're starting over?
No, it feels like a continuation of
Yeah.
what I was doing already. I was the principal songwriter in 10,000 Maniacs, and I just felt liberated in knowing that I could write anything I wanted and work with any musicians I wanted. That's, I think, the big difference of putting this out.
Thank you very much for being here.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Do appreciate it.
Beautiful piano. Is this here all the time? Do people just...
Yeah, it's mine. They brought it in from my living room today just for you.
I'd like one of these in my
Just
living
kidding.
room.
I know how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I have an upright at home, a Steinway upright, but there's nothing compared to the resonance.
It sounded great.
Thanks.
We're going to take a look at, I guess, Carnival, the very first video from Tiger Lily. Natalie Merchant, thanks for being here.